recording.
Uh-huh.
Hi, Michelle. Welcome back.
Hi.
How have you been doing since our last meeting?
Been doing pretty good. I really am excited about some of the new goals that I am thinking with my business plan. I've changed it up a little bit because it just wasn't working very well. I am thinking about getting a loan. I changed kind of some of the pieces that we were working with. My husband's not really excited about the loan. He's not really excited about all of my ideas, and he doesn't really want to listen to me because I just kind of spout them off, and he says that I just throw all kinds of things at him, and he just doesn't understand it. So I'm really excited about the opportunities that I have right now with this business, and I really want to quit the bank job, but my husband keeps kind of pushing me. We're holding off on me putting my 2 weeks in because I'm just trying.
Okay.
Sorry.
How has your sleep been? Have you been able to sleep anymore since you were here last?
Yeah, I would say I'm sleeping a little bit more. Maybe 5 hours of sleep a night. I still get to stay up a little bit later than everybody else so that I could do all my work, and I really needed to focus on this business plan. It was a really important thing. It wasn't the way that I had it before. It wasn't working. I felt like I really needed to get it done. So there was a couple days that I stayed up maybe a little bit later than I should have to get it done, but I got it done.
So 5 hours consistently, or there's some nights where you have 2 or 3, or?
Yeah, not consistently. It's probably some nights where I have a little less than that.
Okay. And how are things with your husband? You mentioned you were talking about maybe getting another loan, and I know you shared last time that it didn't go well the time before.
Yeah, he wasn't really excited about a loan. We're going to revisit it in a little bit, but he was not happy that I was thinking of doing this. He said it's not going to work, and he thinks I just need to stay at the bank, and I got upset with him about that and said that we need to think about this because this is really important to me, and I'm really excited about it, and he's just not listening.
Okay. I just wanted to ask you a couple of questions before we go forward. We talked last time about you getting treatment for depression and diagnosis previously of depression.
Mm-hmm.
And so I just wanted to check some questions I had from our last session. So you shared that your sleep was sort of the opposite of what it is now when you had that episode.
Yeah, I was sometimes I just felt like I couldn't get out of bed. I was sleeping as soon as I would come home from the bank. I would go to bed, and sometimes my husband would get frustrated because my daughter we needed to work together to care for her, but I just couldn't do it some days, and I just would go to sleep right after work, and I would sleep all the way until the morning. It just seemed like I could not get out of bed.
Okay. Did you have any negative thoughts about yourself or others?
I did about myself. I did have some thoughts of hurting myself. Didn't want to live anymore, especially with what I was dealing with at the bank, and my husband being mad at me because we lost all that money. So I did talk with a therapist about those things when I did meet with that therapist.
Okay, did you have any plans when you had the thoughts to hurt yourself, or just thoughts?
Just thoughts. I didn't have a plan.
Okay, and then I believe you shared this with me, but was there any lack of interest in activities you like to do, spending time with your daughter?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like I said earlier, it didn't really matter what was going on at home. I knew that I had to go to my job and come home, and so most of the time I didn't want to spend time with my family. I just wanted to go curl up in my bed. So I didn't really have an interest in much of anything.
Okay, and then you mentioned feeling fatigued and sleeping a lot. How are you feeling physically when you were awake during the day?
I was. It felt like it was the hardest thing just to do any task.
Physical tasks?
Yeah.
Or,
Mm-hmm.
okay.
Mm-hmm. To get myself ready, it was just horrible. Didn't want to do anything.
Okay. So I'm going to move on to the diagnosis part. And some of it may sound familiar, some of it may not. Before I go there, it can be scary hearing a new diagnosis for the first time.
Mm-hmm.
So I just want you to be prepared for that, and just I'll review it with you, and if you have questions, we can definitely revisit it. It's not open and closed.
Okay.
Okay? Because of the depression you shared in the episode you had a while ago where you got treatment and medications,
Mm-hmm.
and the difference in your mood and activity now, because a big indicator is the sleep, going
Mm-hmm.
from not needing any to sleeping all the time is a big indicator. I'm going with bipolar 2 diagnosis. Okay. Have you heard of that before? Do you have any?
A little
knowledge?
bit, but I don't know a lot about. I don't know a lot about it. But.
Okay. So it involves depressed episode, which you clarified from before in your life, and then hypomania or a hypomanic episode, which is some symptoms of that are not needing the sleep,
Okay.
the increased interest in your business goal, which could be any goal, and I admire your business goal.
Mm-hmm.
You did know that, and I think it's something that I want to help you reach regardless
Mm-hmm.
of your diagnosis, but I worry that maybe some of the symptoms you're having, including the lack of sleep, might be blocking you from getting there.
Okay.
Okay, and then
I guess I didn't think about that.
yeah, and you're also welcome to bring your husband in to meet with myself and you to discuss it further if you feel like you're a support and you want him involved.
He is. I think that we would have to do that at some point. Yeah.
Yeah, we'll just make sure that we sign a release. We have you sign a release.
Okay.
I can speak to him. That I can speak to him.
I can do that for sure.
Okay. So bipolar 2, part of the treatment for that would be at least getting a medication evaluation, because we want to make sure that you can get on medications that will help stabilize.
Okay.
Help your mood be in between, not in an episode of depression or an up episode.
Okay.
So you can meet with Dr. Weldon. You can schedule. He's our psychiatrist that's here.
Okay.
Okay. And he also would be able to talk to your past doctors if you want, or your general doctor. You just have to sign a release.
Okay.
Okay.
Right,
So if
I
you
can
feel
do
like that would be helpful for you,
Mm-hmm.
just let us know.
Okay.
Okay. Another course would be still coming to counseling.
Mm-hmm.
I would say initially once a week, and then maybe every 2 weeks if that works with your schedule. We'll
Okay.
see. But the reason I recommend every week at first is because the medications are going to take a while to work.
Okay.
And so if you come in and speak to me and we discuss any changes and progress more frequently at first, I think that would be more helpful than waiting a whole month.
Okay.
Or 2 weeks.
Okay.
But after 2 weeks, you should notice some difference if you do decide to change your medications.
Okay.
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 So in the therapy, the type of counseling that I would start to use with you, and since this is a collaborative process, if at any point we feel like it's not working or it's not helpful, we can change it, but it's called cognitive behavioral therapy.
Okay.
Okay, and it's an approach that works with teaching you about your thoughts and your moods and self-awareness so that you can intervene before reacting.
Okay.
Okay, so you did mention about having some anger and things issues at work with coworkers, so
Mhm.
maybe some skills internally to help you monitor your thoughts and things so you don't have that reaction.
Okay.
Okay, and maybe it can help work be a little less of a negative place
Okay.
for you, okay?
Okay.
So the first step to that treatment would be keeping a journal
Okay.
daily. I just would like you to track your moods,
Okay.
okay? And we'll just use a numeric scale, and I'll give you the worksheets for those.
Okay.
Because that could help us see if over time the medications are helping you.
Okay.
Okay, that's
Okay.
again if you decide to take them because it's voluntary.
Mm-hmm.
But also if you're not on medications and maybe you don't feel like your moods are up and down, we can see from the journal too.
Okay.
Okay,
Okay.
so that's where we'll start, and then we'll continue with sort of any problem thoughts or negative thoughts you have that you feel like are holding you back.
Okay.
We'll do some, replacement thoughts of positive ones to try to slow down and intervene.
Okay.
Okay? As
Okay,
part
that
of
would be
your
good.
CBT.
Okay.
So, that's really all I have. Do you have any
Okay.
other questions or?
I think you answered them all with the CBT and kind of explaining how many times I would be coming. So I think I don't have any more questions. So
Okay.
all right.
All right.
Thank you.